There's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29, is that I came across this article, which is a good example of these wicked rulers oppressing the poor, okay? The poor and needy, all right? Vexing the poor and needy too. Not only oppressing, all right? Vexing, as well as exercising robbery, all right? Because I was reading, what I could read. This is someone that is a 40-year-old telemarketer, all right? Meaning he still has a job, all right? Lost his savings to wire fraud in April, okay? So he got frauded. He couldn't afford his Stewart condo, and he plummeted into homelessness, right? So instead of the county and the state looking out for him, all right, he went straight into homelessness. And now he's been living in his Lincoln sedan, parking everywhere from the Cracker Barrel to the Jensen Beach Causeway, right? So he's not able to stay in a shelter. But about twice a night, law enforcement officers wake him up with flashlights and demands to sleep elsewhere, okay? Because in the county that he's in, there's no shelters, okay? So this is a good example of the people of the land oppressing the poor and needy, all right? Exercising robbery. And what do you mean about exercising robbery? How did it get like this? How did it get that he couldn't afford his condo, all right? Because the cost of living keeps going up due to the devaluation of the dollar, okay? Which the technical term is called inflation, which I like to call it a hidden tax, all right? Because inflation has skyrocketed these past several years, all right? And that's why there's more and more people, okay, homeless, to the point that I asked Google AI, are homeless shelters overcrowded? Yes. Homeless shelters are often overcrowded and lack sufficient beds to meet demand, with the United States having a national shortage of beds for people experiencing homelessness, right? All right? So this is causing a heavy problem and a health problem, okay? Because the shelters are being overcrowded to a point that, okay, people are sleeping on the floor in the shelters, all right? People are sleeping in the hallways, and it's creating a big health risk. But but again, who did this? Who created this problem? The wicked, okay? The oppressor, Esau, Edom, all right? The so-called white man, mainly the elites, all right? Because they even oppress their own kind, okay? But these arrogant, pompous, okay, nasty, rich Edomites have created this condition, all right? With the constant exploitation of this whole of financial system, how it's catered to them. All right, because they're exploiting this whole financial system. Okay, they're using it to benefit them, not the rest of the people. Because every time there's a need for a so-called, what they call a bailout, who gets it? The rich. These corporations are constantly getting bailed out. They get subsidized. Okay, the central bank, when they still continue to digitally print money. Who gets it first? The rich and powerful and their corporations. So it ultimately affects the poor. It always has. All right, and this is just basic economics 101. So increased first-time homelessness, an increase in number of people experiencing homelessness for the first time also contributes to the strain on shelter capacity. Right, there's a lot of people, all right, losing their homes. There's a lot of evictions. Okay, this is a national crisis. This is a crisis. You think they'll talk about this 24/7 on the news? No, they want to talk about bullshit. Whether it be Diddy or Captain Kirk or who else? Some stupid celebrity. All right, sports with that weirdo Bad Bunny. Yeah, you know. Let's get another scripture. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 22. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Right. Don't rob the poor just because you can. Right. Because, hey, man, this whole country is very oppressive. Okay. Like, just because now you don't have a home, you still got to pay. Right. Like this individual, he still got to pay. All right. For the gas. All right. He still got to pay for more likely a cell phone bill, right? In order to pay bills, because that's another thing. Everything's now, you got to do stuff on your phone or your computer, all right? Everything's been set up now through the phone or the computer, so you have to pay it's damn near. They should now put it into law. It's a right. It's a it's an American right that an American's supposed to have a cell phone. Okay, because the whole system is set up that you need a cell phone or a computer to do your day-to-day bills and day-to-day operations. Okay, to live. All right, not having a cell phone, not having a computer in today's age. All right, it is it's very what's it called? It's a burden, straight up. All right. So again, these devils know that the people today need particular things that they're going to have to pay for, and yet they still raise the cost of living in terms of housing. All right. They still raise everything up. Car insurance, right? Transportation, bus transportation. Hell, look in New York City. That public transportation is constantly being raised every year. Okay. So this is the devil. We need new management, and new management is coming when Yahweh Shai, who English calls Jesus, all right, establish the kingdom of heaven for his people, all right, because right now the people are in mourning. Okay, when the wicked rule. Ooh, this is a good one too. I'm gonna hold that on deck. When the wicked rule, the people mourn. Right? Excuse me. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right? We're clearly not seeing that. So these people that are ruling right now are not the righteous, because people aren't rejoicing. People are suffering. There's a huge mental health crisis in this country and abroad. Okay, that means that no one's rejoicing. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right, that's what we're in, mourning. When you go into the word mourn, let's get to some Hebrew. Okay, it's anak. nakh, which means sigh, groan, moan, sigh, right? Everybody's sighing, everybody's groaning, okay? Because they're being vexed, they're being oppressed, man. People feel it, okay? Especially the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, all right? And that's who you're oppressing the hardest, all right? Esau, Edom. And that's why the Lord's going to judge you. And America's going to be destroyed. This can't sustain. The Lord's going to destroy America. Thus, this alone, all right? You setting up the conditions, all right? Exploiting people, all right? With this whole economic warfare, this is what it really is. When you really look at it, if you look at it in a war mindset, this devil is conducting economic warfare on the masses by this whole financial system and the way it's set up with the whole fractional reserve, printing press, right? Because even with this whole financial system, it creates oppression. It creates affliction. You got this whole central bank madhouse, man. Those people, and that's why this place got to go. Don't rob the poor just because you can and exploit the needy in court, right? Like here it is, all right? If he didn't leave, if he didn't go back, drive around, like again, the man is trying to take a nap in his car, trying to sleep, get ready for the morning, guarantee he's probably looking for another job, right? But he can't because the cops are threatening him. Hey, you could get arrested, okay? Or you could get a citation, all right? Which is exploiting, all right? You're exploiting the poor at the court, okay? Exploit the needy. What is exploitation? What's exploit? Make full use of and derive benefit from, right? That's all it means. And this whole financial system is an exploitation, all right? So that the rich can exploit the poor, period. And the needy, okay? And of course, when they need a bailout, they exploit it, all right? The whole financial system, because it's catered in their favor, okay? That's why the Lord is going to destroy this place. I can't wait. Or I can't wait till the Lord destroys this place. This place is unrighteous. It's unrighteous, man. Zechariah chapter. Well, no. Before I get this, because this is this is good for after this one. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 31. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker right. When you oppress the poor, you reproach it, meaning mock the Lord, okay, the Creator. So that's why the Lord is going to destroy America. But he that honoreth him have mercy on the poor, right? Okay, you're not showing any mercy on the poor, all right? This is a madhouse, man. Overcrowded shelters, all right? That's why shelters were set up. So if someone was to go homeless, they go there till they get on their feet. But because you've exploited this whole financial system over the past decades, now it's being oversaturated, okay? So you caused the problem, you rich piece of shit Edomites, okay? Starting with the JJs, okay? The 1948, the small hats, all right? And that proves you can't be the chosen people because you're the ones that created this condition. The children of Israel will be, like the scriptures say, a poor and afflicted people. Hold on, let me get that. Poor, and afflicted. Yep. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 12. A remnant of Israel. You see that? I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord Yahweh. Right. Okay? So that's the condition that the children of Israel will be. All right? They'll be, what's it called? Not multi-billionaires and trillionaires, okay? They wouldn't be able to have any type of say within this whole financial system, all right? Especially when it comes to the central banks, all right? So this goes to show you they can't be the chosen people because who runs the central banks? Who controls the internet? Well, I just gave it away. The international bankers, which are made up of these ish people, the JJs, they can't be the chosen people. They can't. They stole our identity. All right, them bastards, man. That's why the Lord said that there'll be a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Bastards. Yeah, I can't wait till the Lord judges you devils. I can't wait till the Lord puts the spirit on the Russians. All right, to rock that, okay, the statehood, your statehood, man. All right, and of course rock America too with the nukes, because you JJs dwell here too. You're gonna get it over here too. So let me get Salaki. Let me get, where was it? Yeah, let me get this. Zechariah chapter 7, verse 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, which these people don't do that. And show mercy and compassion every man to his brother. Right? They don't do that. Okay? This America does not do that. All right? I mean, come on, man. Look. They created this shit. The elites that control this place. All right? Look at this article. What generation experiencing homelessness? Baby boomers. The fastest growing segment of U.S. homeless population is baby boomers, right? They don't even give a fuck about the elderly, man. Okay? They said the hell with the baby boomers, okay? Now I'm not gonna lie. You baby boomers, a lot of y'all can't stand because you allowed this country to get to the condition it is. Okay? You're part of the problem. All right? You believed with everything they said on that television, with everything these politicians said, okay? And that's judgment from the Lord too, to you baby boomers. Well, ain't that a bitch? Yo, dead ass. See, the Lord's about balance, okay? The Lord's about balance, man. Yeah, it's showing how these elites don't care about the elderly either, all right? Their own generation, because the bulk of the wealth is among the baby boomers and Generation Xers, right? But there's a balance to it. Hey, this is y'all judgment, all right? You thought you could get away with the Social Security benefits and the constant borrowing from the future, all right? Because yeah, when they enacted that after World War II, man, this country was constantly spending, borrowing, like beyond. I'm looking for, words slipped on me, beyond what this whole rigged, corrupt system was supposedly designed, right? Because the central bank was set up as the lender of last resort. That was the whole theory behind it. But it's all bullshit anyway. But y'all been borrowing for the future to pay for your little funky lifestyles. And now look. So yeah, the Lord is about balance. This is a good example of, all right, the Lord being balanced with it. All right, exposing the wicked, how they don't even care about their own, the elderly, as well as the elderly being judged. All right, for allowing this wicked, corrupt government to continue on the way it is. Mm-hmm. Especially with this whole financial system. And this is why the youth and the young, all right, Generation Z has no respect for baby boomers. All right, that's why they punch out old granny in the face. All right, and they punch old men and beat up old people. All right, because the Generation Z saw that the baby boomers screwed them. All right, but it's all dude. It's all judgment from the Lord. That's the point. All right. But if you want to get to the thick of it, all right, it's all judgment. But anyway, this goes to show you that this kingdom doesn't show any compassion. All right, hell, even these average people don't show compassion to each other. All right, that's why they're okay with Donald Trump removing the poor and breaking up Tent City. They don't want to see it, until their ass is out on the streets. See, that's how the Lord gets you people. 10. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. You see that? Okay? And this goes to show you. Now, this is pertaining to Israelites. All right? And this goes to show you that those people that claim to be the chosen, they don't follow the Bible. All right? They don't do none of this. Okay? All right? They don't hear the words of the Lord. All right? But I wanted to bring this out as an example how those, because who controls the financial system? The JJs, the 1948, the small hats. All right? Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievances which they have prescribed. Right. If you go to this one right here, arresting the homeless. Arresting homeless involves enacting and enforcing laws that punish activities like sleeping, sitting, or camping in public spaces, even when no shelter is available. That's unrighteous decrees, man. If there's no shelter available in the county and he's homeless, why? And he's trying to sleep on a bench or in a park. Why are you going to disrupt that person? You know? Fuck this place. This place got to get judged, and it will. All right? It's going to get judged. All right? And we're looking forward to it. Laws and policies. Look at this. Examples. Common examples including anti-camping ordinances, anti-loitering laws, and bans on begging or living in vehicles. You can't even live in the vehicle that you're paying a car note for. Okay? More than likely. Or paying insurance. Car insurance, because guaranteed that the police officers, they're going to knock on that. Not only tell you, hey, you got to leave, okay, where you're sleeping at, but hey, let me check your registration and your insurance just to make sure everything is up to date and you're allowed to drive. That's how these cops get down. Man, this place is fucking wicked, man. Fuck this place. And fuck you people that want to continue living here. I mean, the more you look into this shit, the more you get angry. I can see why the Lord has said in his wrath, man. Okay? In his wrath. You know, when he says in his wrath, I can see why. All right? In his wrath. Psalms chapter 2, verse 5. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Right. Because of all this wicked shit that's going on, man. I can see why the Lord, all right, wants to just rock this place, all right, and desolate it. This is what I was looking for. In the wrath of the Lord. This is it. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 13. This is pertaining to America, Babylon the Great. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and the day of his fierce anger. Right. Because the Lord is going to decimate America to the point that the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. Okay? There's going to be a lot of earthquakes all throughout the earth after the Lord is done pounding out Babylon the Great, America, because this is a prophecy against America, Babylon the Great. Okay? Zephaniah 1:18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. Right. You rich cocksuckers, man. You faggot elites. Lord's going to... those that are hiding in these bunkers in America, like you millionaires and billionaires that think you can hide in them bunkers in America, you going to get fucked up, man. You're going to cook in those bunkers, man. It's going to be an oven for your ass. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire's jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of them that dwell in the land. Right. So, yeah. This place is oppressive. I'm going to finish off on this. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that write grievances which they have prescribed to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor, of my people, and that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. This is pertaining to the Israelites, man. 3. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? You see that? So there you go. So the Lord's coming. Because this is what he said in LT version. What will you do when I punish you? when I send disaster upon you from a distant land? To whom will you turn for help? Where will your treasures be safe? Exactly. All right? Hey, you fucking devils, man. Time is up, man. Hurry up. Push this chip, man. Move the fucking economy already. All right? It's the cat's out of the bag. You even got an actor. What's his name? What's his name? From Fast and the Furious, and Lord will not do a lesson on it. Fast and the Furious and Training Day. He always plays like a so-called Mexican gangster. Man, his name is just at the tip of my tongue. What's his name? Noel G. AK they always name him Hector in every movie. He talks about the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. So the cat's out of the bag, man. He said this shit on Drink Champs. Point is, man, you devils, your time is up. So and you know it. So you might as well stop trying to drag your feet and hurry up, man. All right, you know your time is up. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. For the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. We're almost out of here. And when you pray each other, come for shalom.